Okay. Hey YouTube, welcome to our second video. This is so cool to have you with us. We're so happy that you joined us. And folks, this is Brad's bread and butter. We're talking about all things investing and how to do it. And if you remember from my short little introductory video, I know absolutely nothing about investing in stocks, and we're going to learn together. So, but guys, when you're starting out a new YouTube channel, can't tell you how important it is if you hit the like button and subscribe. We need all your help we can get to help us grow this channel and to get it around to see as many people as we can. So please hit the like button and help us out. So also, just before we start, I got to do some housekeeping. As you know, nothing on this channel is financial advice, okay? I am not licensed to give financial advice. The information on this channel is for educational purposes only. Please do your own research, and before you make any investments or purchase any of the stocks or crypto coins that we talk about on this show, you have to do your own research. This channel is for entertainment only, okay? Thanks. Appreciate it. All right. So what are we going to do? So we started the channel on our first video last time, and now this is our second video. So just going to give you a little bit of the plan that we want to do. So what we're going to do is on Mondays, we're going to try and review what happened last week. Why is that important? Well, as you begin to study and research stocks and crypto, you have to kind of know what's going on around the world. So that's what we're going to talk about. What happened last week? What's the big news? And why is that important to us? Wednesdays, we're going to kind of look at stocks. We're going to talk about dividends and what all that means and what's good for us. And I'm going to tell you some funny stories about how I invested in stocks and it didn't go well, if you know what I mean. And then on Fridays, we're going to talk about all things crypto. So if you want to learn about cryptocurrency and what that means and why it's so important today, we're going to talk about those things on Friday. Then on the weekend, we're going to do a review of our actual portfolio. So what is that important about? Well, so that as we talk about stuff, you're going to watch how we actually do with our account. So you can either say, hey, he's crazy, or wow, that's pretty cool, and we made some actual money. So that's what we're going to do. That's kind of going to be the plan. And then as we get time, we'll throw some more videos out, maybe a basic introductory on crypto, like if you had no clue what it talks about, we'll maybe throw those in as well. So that's kind of our plan for how we're going to go forward with the channel, okay? So just some things that we're going to throw out there. As we start today, we're going to talk about what happened last week, okay? So as we do that today, I just want you, first of all, put up your hand if you own any stocks. Oh, wait, I can't put my hand up. I don't own any stocks. That's why we're doing this channel, so that you can begin to learn how to buy them. And I don't have any, so we're going to do this together. And when I say that, we got a bit of a team here that's going to help me. We're going to do looking at things, research some stuff for you so that it's not just me talking out of my ear, if you know what I mean. Okay, so big news for this week. Well, let's talk about the biggest thing that probably happened last week is Elon Musk's big dump of his shares. So if you're into the market, you'll know that at market close on Friday, Elon Musk sold 10% of his Tesla shares. So of course, that really made a big drop. So at the closing bell, it was $1,222 for a stock. And on opening on of the Monday morning, it was already down to 1,149. So that's what happened just over the weekend. Also, his brother dumped $10 million worth of shares 2 days before that. So what does that mean for the stock? So Tuesday morning, already this morning, it opened up at $1,174. And in the first 30 minutes, there was a sell-off, and it's down to $1,032. Now you say, why are you telling me this news? Here's why. First of all, we're Canadians. And when we open our Wealthsimple trading account, you're going to see that it's better for us to only buy Canadian stocks. So why are we talking about Elon Musk? Here's the deal. As we begin to show you what we're going to do in the channel here, you're going to see that it's important about what goes on in technology. I'm going to talk about a little bit about Cathie Wood and what we're going to call the disruptive industry, the disruptive technologies, so that if you remember back in 1990, you probably didn't even have an internet account. And think about that today. Everybody has internet everywhere. Even your fridge today runs on the internet. So if you could imagine that the next step that we're going to talk about, and if you buy stocks in those companies today, you might make some money. So why are we talking about Elon Musk, even though it's an American company, et cetera, et cetera? That's because it's going to affect what we do here in Canada, okay? So big news, Elon Musk. All right. Next thing, the price of Bitcoin is pumping up because of the speculation that Elon Musk will do with the proceeds of his sale. So why would he sell off so much money? So theory is he's going to make his money. He's got to then pay his taxes. But then what's left is he's planning to buy some Bitcoin. So what happened to Bitcoin this week? Well, if you know, it was at $76,000 Canadian for one Bitcoin coin, and it's now up to $85,000. Now, what's that really mean? That Bitcoin is on the move. Now, to put that in a bit of perspective for those of you that do know about stocks and gold and precious metals and everything, Bitcoin's value, its market cap, is now more than the global silver industry alone. So out of all the silver value, Bitcoin is more. So that's why if you don't know what we're talking about crypto, you're in the right channel. We're going to teach you about some of that stuff. All right, number 3, Ethereum. Wow. If you don't know about Ethereum, it jumped today from 5,600 Canadian dollars to 5,980. So Ethereum, little brother of Bitcoin. We're going to try and talk a little bit in the shows coming up about Ethereum and why it's so cool. And of course, you'll know that when we talk about markets going up and down, we talk about test levels. And it's been pushing this 5,000 US dollar level, and everybody's thinking that, hey, we're close to going over that $5,000 level. So that's what's cool about Ethereum this last week. Now, one of the other people you're going to hear us talk a lot about is Cathie Wood. She is the CEO of ARK Industries and ARK Investment, and she's very bullish on AI. What's AI? Artificial intelligence. So she talks about this, and you're going to learn that what we're talking about here is a disruptive industry or a disruptive technology. And so she's very big on artificial intelligence. So what does that mean for us? Again, an American company, but if we look around for Canadian stocks that are into that, and we're going to share some of that with you in the coming weeks, you're going to see why that's so important to us. So Cathie Wood, another person that you're going to hear us talk about from time to time. What other technologies are out there that we can invest in? Well, Elon Musk is working on a new phone. And if you haven't heard about this, it's going to be connected to Starlink. This phone will disrupt the phone industry. So if you have an Apple phone now, hang on to your hat. Tesla might be the newest thing coming because it's going to top another industry that he is reaching out to. So this phone is going to have the ability to change its color, like right in the case itself. You can change whatever color you want. So cool technology there. But not only that, you're going to be able to use this phone in space. And it might have a fingerprint reader where you can test your blood sugar, get your heart rate, whatever you need to do. So it'll help out with your health, all that kind of stuff. And then last but not least, so you can do all your finance communication with it. But you might even be able to mine the newest interplanetary currency, also a cryptocurrency. So cool thing there is going to happen in technology as well. And then last thing I want to talk about this week is what we're calling the Metaverse. So if you haven't had your head under a rock this week, you're going to know that Facebook changed its parent company name to Meta, and what that means. So what is that? Well, every business in North America now is trying to fight to get a big slice of this business. The most aggressive companies are trying to conquer this Metaverse thing we're going to talk about, including Facebook. And a little bit of a comparison if you want. So you remember again in 1990 about the internet. If you didn't know what the internet was in 1990, don't worry. If you don't know what Metaverse is today, you better learn, because if you want to make some money, this is where we're going to go with that. So another big thing about the news. So as I said, these are things that maybe not particularly Canadian companies that we're talking about, but these things will affect as we begin to pick Canadian stocks. All right. So that's kind of what we're up to for this week. And I just want to talk about maybe the next video that we're going to do, because somehow we got to track how we're going to do this. So what we're going to do is eventually, in one of these videos, we're going to show you how we open up a Wealthsimple account. What is Wealthsimple? Wealthsimple is simply a trading platform that we're going to use. It's one of the most popular in Canada. Wealthsimple is zero commission. It's a free trading platform here in Canada. It has already over 1,500,000 users. It was bought by Power Financial, which is now known as Power Corp. And the cool thing about it is you can do fractional trading. Now, what is fractional trading? Well, for instance, if you wanted to buy one Tesla stock, you might not have $1,000 to do that. So you couldn't buy a stock, and there might be a minimum on that. But with fractional trading, what they do now is they allow you to buy $100 worth of the stock, and you own a fraction of one of those stocks. So that's another cool thing that Wealthsimple will allow us to do. And if you make any Canadian trades, their commission is free. That's the cool thing about Wealthsimple. And it is a Canadian platform. But now, if you want to buy US stocks, they will charge you an exchange fee for the stock, okay? But not crypto. Crypto, there is no fee for that inside Wealthsimple. And regarding crypto, they have a bigger spread than other platforms. That's the only con I can give you today. And you can't transfer your coins over or out of the Wealthsimple account. But we're going to show you how to get around some of that stuff and why that's so important. So that's coming up in one of our new videos. So if you want to stay tuned, you'll get to see how we do that. So that's it for today. I just want to say thank you so much for joining us again. And as we go forward, I hope that you'll, like me, learn how to do this thing together, and we're going to have some fun doing together. So for Brad's Bread and Butter, want to say thank you. Keep it in the green. By the way, green means you made money. Red stocks are bad. Green ones are good. So keep it in the green. Thanks, YouTube. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.